this is Divine Sunshine. I just got through doing the midday for the divine messages from the divine counterparts to the different elements. I wanted to go on here very quickly and tell you that I had an aha moment, so you'll probably see this one first, because probably when I'm finished with this tonight, I'm going to release and let you all see what's the energies for the DM, as far as DM, and then what things we can do to help the DM pretty much go in and help them get into union with themselves and union with us. One thing that I want to bring to your attention is on the other day, I went to go look up on, let me reintroduce myself, I'm Divine Sunshine. I am the DM advocate. With that, I had an aha moment with that. I went on there and I talked about the new meaning of karmic, and I found another meaning that I felt there was a little bit more of a safe word, and more of one that I think that everyone can be able to embrace a little bit better than saying karmic, because karmic has such a bad connotation, and I really hope that it will spread through the community as far as using that as a better thing when we talk about karmic partners or karmic situation. When I looked it up again, it was talking about in martial arts, they talked about the sensei, and the sensei being the master, which is pretty much, if you look at that, I think about The Last Dragon, which is a movie that I used to reference a lot on here. And as far as the in martial arts, you know, really your ultimate goal is to become the sensei, and that is actually what Leroy, the main character, did come in there on his quest for trying to find the light, or some kind of cookie or something like that. I gotta watch that again. That was so good. That, and so then he ran across another guy named Shonuff. I started the name, the karmic situation, like Shonuff, because he kept on fighting him and telling him he couldn't be, and Shonuff was the best one out there. You know, he's gonna whoop his tail, and he wasn't nobody, and he don't even know why he was out there, and yada yada yada. However, through him being Shonuff, he in helping him in and all those things towards the end, transform into the sensei, or the master, that his actual karate or martial arts teacher told him that he had within him at all times. So again, through him learning and going through this, which is dojo, really means school, which is to be, again, when you get with those karmic situations or those dojo situations, that's really like school. And in that school, that helps you to really understand and learn about yourself and learn about the way. So dojo means a place to learn the way. And so being in those situations, that's like a place in which you learn the way. So this morning, I was listening back, because I always go back so I can be able to comment on people that comment things. And, you know, that's why I try to make sure that it's a very interactive process between myself and you when I post up there, that I'm just saying, not saying hearts or thumbs up, that I actually take time to say something back to you, even if it's a one word or 3 words back to you. And I listened, and I was like, oh my God, I got a aha moment. And the aha moment, or tower, you could say, is it all came crashing down. It's like, my God. When I had my catalyst twin, and I talked about him on this show, the catalyst twin was my high school sweetheart. With him, I thought he was the one, and I even told him I guess he should have been with eyebrow raised, like, really. I told him that he was like my second love. I told the DM he was my second love, not knowing, being unbeknownst and being oblivious to not knowing that who he really actually was. And like now to this day, I was like, it's reverse order. You was my first and he was my second. I could give him credence for that, because again, he wasn't not a bad, as you call the typical karmic situations, but however it was that, because a lot of times I thought that we were going to come together and we were going to get married, and he went on ahead and married somebody that his family had told him that his mother, I'll say that, and I don't care if he get back to him because he knows it too. Yeah, who knows? He might even be on here looking with that. It's like, huh? Pretty much saying that his mom, because she said something about it, which in regards, in turn, seemed like he's like, okay, well, I'm not going to go against my mom. I'm going to go with everybody else. So he ended up, and some things that we said in college, I'll take my part out. I said something to him, told him I was with somebody else, which in turn, she said it made him go ahead and start to have a relationship with somebody else, which again, whatever, I'll take my part, and I'm not going back and forth on that. So I said it had him started over, for him to say I heard him, and for him to say he started a relationship with somebody else, and he was like, I'm just going to guard my heart from this point on, because I fell in love, and I just knew that she was true. And we was pretty much, he was in Peoria because he went to Bradley, and I went down to Atlanta, and that time that's called American College, which was a fashion college. So I'll say my thing so we can clear the air, and so I can reset him energetically. So okay, I take my part that I did do that. I don't remember in that way, but I did it, so it is. So I apologize for that. So I can say the Ho'oponopono prayer for him on that, which is I apologize, please forgive me, I thank you, and I love you. Okay, on that. So that resets that across all space and time to transmute whatever kind of feelings him and I have. So we can move forward from that point on, of me and my relationship and him and his marriage or whatever on that. And so every time when I would have him, like that second time when we came back and we tried it over again, him and I. And, I was like, okay, well, I think at that time he had separated from his wife. And I was like, okay, well, we're going to really try this. And so he done married several times, because he was first one that didn't work out. She didn't want to have nothing to do with him, period. You just to father my kids. That's it. Second one, he married twice. Went to the same high school. Mom really approved of that because they were kind of grew up together some kind of way in the neighborhood. I forgot how that happened. And so anyway, ended up she going to Whitney Young too. Same high school. And so then so that was encouraged by his mom. She married. He let it go. He came back to her and married again. So when they was trying the second time, I thought he would let her go and say forget it and got her out of the system. And so then with him, I would always dream about us being in school. Always in school. It didn't matter. And as time went on, we used to, I would grow up, like the first scene would be, I would be in elementary school, like first grade. Then another time I dream of him, we would go up, maybe we'd be in second grade, and we'd be adults, and we'd be in the classroom, like from my elementary school that I went to. And then we would grow up from each grade level to each grade level to each grade level until I think we worked our way up to college. The last part it was. And so then I was like, oh, okay. So a lot of times he would be sitting or I'll be sitting, and I know that was like a showing of power struggle. So I had one time dream about him, and the second one, that the one he married again twice, and I was saying that she was playing like she was really handicapped, and she wasn't. And I had to talk with him, and then I was naked in the bed and he was naked in the bed. It was a whole different thing. It was like a museum full of glass or whatever. Whatever that dream that I had said there was really a vision and a warning about what was coming up next. Because then it ended up, he did let her go. He's like, that was just like the worst, him being with her. And he's like, he had to let her go because he's like, it was just suffering with that. And so we thought we was going to try it again. By that time, the DM, I was about to say his real name. By that time, the DM walked in, and it was like, he's like, when we did try to go out on a date, it wasn't really the same. The energy was different. It wasn't nothing like it was with the DM. I was like, something's different. I'm weighing both of them together. This one here, it's a connection, although the DM was acting kind of distancy, but still I felt like it was a closeness. And I was like, it's a difference here with him. And I think he felt in his energy wise like I didn't belong, because we really before pre DM times, him and I vibe. I remember when we went to even to the reunion and our 10-year school reunion, and I mean we got on the dance floor. He came through there, and boy, we went smack dab, and we was dancing. And everybody like, "What's happening? Ain't seen each other in 10 years? Y'all acting like like y'all been together since like yesterday. Y'all seen yesterday, so we had that kind of vibe, and that's why like soulmate kind of thing. So that's why I counted us there, but he wasn't the one. So we always have been able to. We could pick up the needle of the record and put it back on there, and it could continuously flow and finish from that last time. So in all of that, yesterday, this morning, I talked about the dojo, and dojo in meaning in Asian cultures means really at school, or also a place to learn the way. And it just hit me this morning. I was like, oh my God, he was the karmic. Now, I knew he was the karmic. I knew that from the beginning that he was the karmic. However, something about, it's getting bright in here. Okay, so I'm seeing the lights. Thank you. But something about the way I put it yesterday made that little part of me, that little girl, that high school girl within me, was like that high school crush that still is like, oh my God, I had dreams and aspirations of me and this person really being together. Like it was the last piece to say, let it go. That possibility ain't it. And we really sold and told you this last piece. You weren't ready for it, but we see that you're ready for it now. You were in school when you were with him. Things never could always click and come together right when I was with him. It's always, we get right there to that finish line and something will come along and that's it. He had some tragedies and things that had happened in the school. We were getting that point out there. I was ready to kind of let him go then. I had a letter, and I got a friend to this day. I told her to give the letter because I was going to quit him then. And she had the letter to give to him. And when this incident, because he almost, I just say, because it's pretty much public record, because it was in the newspaper. He was drowned in the school pool. And so I was just getting ready to give him the letter to say it's over and I don't want to be with him anymore. And it's always that start and stop with him. And so then my friend, she had the letter, and she ended up, I think she said, I tore it up and I threw it in the garbage can, because she said, I know with everything that went on now, you ain't even thinking about breaking up with him now. And I was like, no, I ain't, it's because my heart sunk, because that was like, that to me was my heart there. Then he still is in his own way, still love him. Still, he knows me in ways that nobody else knows me too. On that one, and yeah, him and the DM could probably go neck and neck, exchanging notes like, yeah, she did that with you, yeah, that's 1331. And so my thing is really kind of understanding that we have to be patient. I could hear him say, wrap it up, because I'm going to give you free reign to talk about him a little bit in front of me, but let's not keep it on too long. Okay. I'm not, because you are truly my heart. So my thing is that be patient with your counterparts when they're in these dojo situations. You want them at the point where they have really truly released all of those ties, like they say, cutting cords. So they really, when they saying, I want to cut the cord and that's it, and I do not want to come back to that again, you have to. Now, you seen on this show how much I dote energetically on my DM, how much I love him, how much I say I'm an advocate for the DMs, for them. No matter how much that, that the DM has done, and what he has done as far as in our relationship, that friends and besties have seen him actually do in front of them. They say, oh my God, through all of that, you still love him? Yes. Again, like I said, you want him, if I am in that position and love him to, like I tell him, to the last wave in your head, to the longest toe, a toe on your second toe, I tell him that all the time, then you know that and I'm still had that one little, I feel like it's like a thread, like that one tie that was still holding me. Well, I don't want to mess up my sweater, don't do that. The one thing that's like this that still had me a little still tethered to the Callis twin, and or soulmate, or whoever I thought, because he was soulmate, because I think he more like my mom's soulmate too. That's a twisted story. I told you all that before, how him and her got a connection together. I don't know if that's because he's psychic or because he's a DM actually to somebody else and he was the karmic to me. And that's how we was able to vibe. But he's not my other half. He's just a divine masculine that way. And so that's how we was able to vibe. I think about divine masculine. This is the divine masculine. How he's saying that you too can go and vibe with somebody else's higher, which is called now, I see that as a higher soulmate. Higher functioning soulmate. That's what my Callis twin is, or my high school sweetheart, but he's not mine. He's somebody else's. And that's how he's able to vibe with my mom, because she's a twin too, so they can vibe and understand each other. Well, help us, Lord. But anyway, so back to me. With that understanding that I still, as much as love that I have for my DM, I still had that one thread. It was thin. That was still connecting me to him in that. And so now, like I said this morning, officially, it was like, cut. Did you hear? Oh my God, that scared me. But and that's how it was, and it did. So that means it's like iceberg. It just melted, that last part. Then DM likes to pop things. I know I'm finishing up. Give me 20 minutes, give me 3. And you won't have to hear no more story about this one no more. Don't like it. I seen you did that. So that is like the last. Oh, that's like a sound effect. And it just felt like it was like a release to it. Okay, you ain't got to keep on popping stuff around here. I already said I'm going to finish up. Okay. Ooh, this is so like you. My God, this is how he is even in 3D. He pops things and throw things down to get your attention. I got it. Thank you. Don't pop another thing. Okay. Thank you. So my thing is, I understand that. Oh, you threatened it. Now see, okay, now, as soon as this is off, it's going to be me and you. I say that's enough. Don't pop another thing up in here. Something is, again, like I was saying before I was interrupted, that be patient. And I'm advocating for you and you popping stuff. Anyway, be patient with the DMs or your counterparts or DFs that are still in those dojo situations, because you want them when they have totally released. Now I'm at the point that I can say I can open my heart. I have no other things that's tethered to it. I just maybe got to work on maybe my dojo situation I have here, which has to deal with family aspects with that, and that could be worked out. That easily could be worked out in two ways, really, on that one too. This is the last piece, and like I say, it could be the job too as well. That can, excuse me, that's a release, so you must be. So we'll kind of work on that. That could be worked out. Move to another job or go someplace else. So I think that could be worked out easily, and I'm willing to after this year. So my thing is understanding that be patient with them, because you really want them at that point. You don't want anybody to be playing the role. I wasn't playing the role with the divine masculine, that wasn't, but I didn't know that I still had that one piece that was still tugging from past loves or lives about that. And so that's karmic release. So even if maybe in some other lives, maybe me and the high school sweetheart did have maybe switch off, maybe he was my husband in another life or whatever it is, I kind of secretly thought that, and we was in that intertwine, and me and the DM always wanted to be each other, but we always said that we had these marriages that we had and we couldn't really be with each other. We wanted to honor that. And so even if that, I'm telling him on my end, I didn't release that. That's over with. You heard the thing pop and release there in my water bottle as well. So saying that, and that's how I felt when I said kick, and they did it at the same time. I energetically was releasing whatever little last piece it was that was connecting me and him together. It's over with as of now. As of what time is it? Because I told you, as of 8:28. 8:28 on a Sunday. I can't because of his name on there. Did you see that? Oh, hey, let's see it. Well, so you can see I ain't playing about what time is it. Can you see the date? No, you can't see the date. Okay, so I'll take him off. Okay, I see it. Low power. Okay. Okay, can you see it? See, I don't want to see the time. God, you see my babies? You see my babies? Them is my babies. Yeah. Okay, so if you can't see it, then really the day is right there, but you can see the time. So you can see whatever is 8:28 as of today, it's a wrap. If it's any remnants that was still there, you see that. You see the light move and change. You went to pink or whatever. You like, hallelujah, thank you, Jesus. It's over with for me on my karmic end. That little remnant there, say it was love there, that little bit ain't nothing but just really like I love you, but it ain't no of me thinking about possibility of saying I want to get back with that. It's over, it's done with on this show, and I've said this as well. So that's it. I went over 1 minute. You ain't got to keep on changing the screen and the colors here. We getting disco-ish. Now, so I just wanted to go on there and tell you about my aha moment, how even on my own channel, I have my own testimonials about things that I do on here to help shift and create change within myself. So until next time, remember again on January 31st, I am having my I was about to say coming out party. Okay, well, it's really relaunching of the channel again. We're going to have DM channel message. We're going to look into the dojo, or what you call the karmic situation, by elements. And then we're also going to have where I stop, and then I'll let you all by $5 holler for me to pull cards for you right there live on the air. So until next time, stay uplifted, stay motivated. It's at 8 p.m. Central. Stay uplifted, stay motivated, stay ascended. Namaste, namago. Love you. And you about to get it as soon as I hit click.